Hi again, this is I Like the GameCube for part 3 of my increasingly long GameCube collection videos. Alright, first up on this one is Odama. This is insane. Look at that fucker with the giant head. This game, I remember seeing this in the store being like, what on earth? It came with a microphone and an attachment so you could like yell orders at your guys while using the controller to control flappers, like for a pinball machine, because it was like a feudal Japanese pinball machine where the Odama was a giant weapon that you used against your enemies while playing an RTS. This game's crazy. It's really fun, but it's crazy. I don't know, it doesn't always work the best with the voice, but, you know, it's worth it. It's cheap. It came in a cardboard box, too, which I love. So, yeah, that's Odama. This is Pac-Man vs. / Pac-Man World 2. I've never played this. I heard that Pac-Man vs. is really fun, and I can't wait to try it. I actually got this pretty recently. Pac-Man vs. was actually designed by Shigeru Miyamoto. So, I mean, this game's cheap. Pick it up. Looks really fun. I actually probably will review it later. So, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I really love the Paper Mario series, and the Mario and Luigi and Mario RPG. I think it suits Mario very well to be in that kind of universe. It just was clever and awesome and fun as an RPG. I definitely recommend it to anybody, and the other ones as well. One of the few big games I'm still missing is Phantasy Star Online 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 Plus. I bought this at a used game store for like $2 just to fill it in. I've never played it. I know it was in a few online games that were available. It's also, I don't know. I've never played this. It's got a cool cover though. I like the idea of Phantasy Star Online. I like the original Phantasy Star games, so maybe someday. This is a classic. The original Pikmin was a launch game for the GameCube, and there's still kind of nothing like Pikmin. You play as Captain Olimar and control these little guys, these little Pikmin, and it's funny and it's cute and it's actually really dark because your Pikmin are going to die left and right, and you can potentially die and just get devoured. It's been re-released on the Wii with Wii controls, which I have a sealed copy of it that I got somewhere, so I haven't played it on the Wii, but this is one of my favorite games. Here is Pikmin 2. It's a lot like the original. It's a lot bigger. There's more Pikmin. There's co-op modes. It's really similar. It's awesome. Cannot wait for Pikmin 3. It's not a launch game anymore for the Wii U, but, you know, I'll take what I can get. Really exciting. Kind of expensive now. They just re-released it, though, as a budget game for the Wii. So, with Wii motion controls. Pretty cool. Definitely recommend it. Alright. This is Pokemon Channel. This isn't even a damn game, pretty much. There's like little parts of the show you can watch. You can watch. You're like helping Pikachu watch TV. Just a little snippet as to why this game sucks. Well, at least I brought this over for my little sisters to play on like last holiday season before they got their Wii. And she cried. My little sister cried because this wasn't a game. So that should pretty much be a recommendation for you. This made a child cry. Pokemon Coliseum. I didn't care for the single player, and then The battling was super cool. I love Generation 3. A lot of fun to be had there. It's a cool game. I mean, I don't know. It's outdated now, kind of. This was the pre-order disc for Pokemon Coliseum. I have no idea what's on this except for the fact that the disc lets you get Jirachi. And Jirachi is cool. So that's what this is. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I actually really liked this story mode. I thought it was fun. And Shadow Lugia is badass. Yeah, this game's really fun. I liked it a lot. Definitely recommend picking it up. Resident Evil 0 has the... I think Billy Chambers... Not Billy Chambers. What's Billy's last name? Because I don't know. He is like the lamest character ever. Look at his stupid hair. So I played as Rebecca, of course, like as much as I could. This game was pretty cool. The graphics are really nice. The story seemed unimportant. It's definitely an old style Resident Evil. It's cool. It's worth playing if you're a fan of the series. Not the best, but I actually am missing, for some reason, the Resident Evil remake that's amazing on the GameCube. I have it on the Wii, but when they released it on that, but I do not have it on my GameCube yet. But I do have Resident Evil 2. This is Leon's first game. This one's pretty good. It's a little easy. It's easier than the first one, definitely. But it's good. Definitely worth playing if you haven't, because it's a classic. I mean, Resident Evil 3, Nemesis. Nemesis is a really scary bastard. Look at him. Also, amazing. I don't know why you wouldn't play these. That is the worst zombie fighting costume ever. Short skirt, ridiculous. Still cool, still crazy, still good. This was the pre-order preview disc for Resident Evil 4. It includes a playable demo. Recently picked this up. This is the GameStop exclusive special edition of Resident Evil 4 in the metal tin. It's really cool looking. The big problem is it doesn't have all the knickknacks in the inside, but this game isn't terribly expensive CIB, so yeah, I mean, it's cool. Resident Evil 4 is in there, so worth playing. I say that because Resident Evil 4 is one of the best games of all time. It's become a cliche, but this game is fun. Fun as hell. That should be their slogan. Robotech Battlecry. This game is an action cel-shaded like ship fighter based on the... does this go all the way through? I can't even remember. This is based on the old anime Robotech. This is the best... I don't even hold out for a better Robotech game. I don't think it's possible. This game's crazy good. I haven't played it in a few years, but dang, I really liked this game when it first came out. Really fun. What can you say about this bastard? Nothing. Get out of here. He's here for completion. That's it. This, on the other hand, Skies of Arcadia Legends. I loved this game on the Dreamcast, and when they released a better version of it on the GameCube, all about it. It's pretty rare these days, but I think they're re-releasing it on like PSN and XBL. So definitely pick it up. I mean, it's an old school random encounter RPG, really cool. Sky Pirates, intrigue, all that good stuff. Skies of Arcadia Legends, definitely get it. This is great. I loved this on the Dreamcast. This version's even better. I mean, it's held up so well over the last 10 or so years. Definitely pick it up if you haven't. One of the last great Sonic games. And even closer to being the last great Sonic game. This had Shadow when he wasn't a piece of shit. With his sweet rocket booster shoes and stuff. I like that cover art a lot, actually. But This game's really, really fun too. Definitely worth picking up. I'll say it right now. I'm a huge, huge Zelda fan, but Link is a bastard in this game. If you play as Link, you're a cheater. I might as well unplug my controller. He had all sorts of crazy ranged and like huge, powerful moves. It was really cheap. This game's great. I mean, everyone had this. Everyone played it. Link was definitely the best inclusion as the system exclusives, and that cover is awesome. I love playing as Link. I mean, I'm a cheater. But, great game. Definitely pick it up. Super cheap. I think it was the last great Soul Calibur. Despite what the series became with Spider-Man 3, and I didn't really care for The Amazing Spider-Man, this was a really good movie, and this game was just so good with the free-roaming Manhattan, swinging around and doing shit. I mean, if you want a fun Spider-Man game, this is definitely it. Or the one for the Super Nintendo where you can play the Fantastic Four to help you. That was also awesome. I loved Splinter Cell when it first came out. I thought it was a really big game changer, shaking things up because it wasn't as slow as Metal Gear, but cool story. It's gotten a little ridiculous these days. I only have the first one. They released the first 4 on the GameCube actually. Really cool. New ones coming out. You can get these everywhere. This is a really weird game. This is the game that Rare made for the GameCube. Not a new shooter, but a weird Zelda-y adventure game. It's not bad. It's silly, and the ridiculous voices that they talk in are, well, they're ridiculous, and there's a lot of furriness in this game. Crystal is a little furry for me, but to each their own. This game had a pretty fun multiplayer. See another price tag. The multiplayer was pretty good. It's just another Star Fox that's mediocre. Pretty fun if you got 3 friends, but I don't know. Star Fox isn't my favorite series ever. This is Star Wars Bounty Hunter Limited Edition cover art. This game, I've heard people really like it. It wasn't really for me. Some games are just in my collection to complete them. To complete the collection, that is. It's cool. Jango Fett was pretty fun to play as. It's got really wonky controls. So, not the best. Star Wars Jedi Outcast. You can spend a lot of time in this game. Just dicking about and doing sweet stuff. This game is really fun. It's kind of rare and expensive now. No, maybe not. Maybe it's like $20. But definitely worth playing if you like Star Wars games. You can see a lot where the better Star Wars games came out later from this series. I wish the 3rd one was on this. Clone Wars was a vehicle shooter. It was pretty fun, actually. I liked this game. And it had a really fun defense game you could put in and play multiplayer where you played as a Jedi, top down, kind of like Smash TV. And that was a lot of fun if you got people going on it. This is okay. It's really cheap nowadays. You know, if you don't have anything to do, or if you pick it up in a bin, it's not the worst thing ever. There are definitely worse Star Wars games out there. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here, and I'll be back for part 4.